Welcome back to The Crunch, guys. This is our innovation space. Every Friday, we talk about things happening in the field of technology, things you know that perhaps the everyday person might not be aware of, but which will probably be very impactful either now or in the future. With me today, I have the very beautiful... This girl, in fact, I think, you know, if I'm not around, I'll probably call her to come and do the work for me. Her name is Confidence Tawo. Now, Confidence is an IT professional. She's also a writer. If her name sounds familiar, it's because you've probably seen it on Bella Niger. Confidence also has a blog. It's called longathroat.com, and it's a blog about food. This is why I have a confession for you. So, a few weeks ago, Confidence sent me an email saying, look, I know you love food. Everybody knows I love food. Can you write for my blog? I was like, Confidence, I'm so sorry. I'm busy because we're putting together the new show. And then we're doing our preparation for this. And I was like, okay, so let's get an IT professional. Guess whose name popped up? So, you know, guess who is writing an article for Confidence's blog? That's right, me. So, yes, Confidence. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for honoring our invitation. It's so good to have you here.
Good to be here too.
So in the world of IT, what are some of the things that are happening that we should be aware of?
Okay, it's a really rapidly developing space, and every day there's something interesting and new coming up.
True.
One of the areas I really fancy where a lot is happening is virtual reality.
Okay.
So you know how parenting is happening now, where mothers are busy trying to, you know, get money for the families and all. So you find that mothers are in other parts of the world, or parents generally, and they can't say bedtime stories to their children, for example. So there's a technology that allows you to use a phone and of course connect with a virtual reality gear and say bedtime stories, connect with your child from anywhere in the world, say bedtime stories. How nice is that?
That's fantastic.
Yeah, and you have even the driverless cars that's coming up.
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, and all of that, like Google, from Google, from Kia to, you know, to Land Rover. Everyone is developing something in that line. So it's something to watch out for. Another very interesting thing, especially in health, is the autonomous drones that can actually deliver organs for immediate, you know, use on people.
In other words, they have like they're fitted, proper conditions, everything.
Exactly. So they can self-drive themselves. Like it's virtually like moving from point A to B, pre-programmed and can move around.
That's impressive.
It's very, very impressive. And one that I find really fascinating is the Facebook bots. So I'm a social media savvy person, and very soon companies will be able to automatically interact with their customers using bots. So not a human being answering, but basically providing information. One very interesting bot is one around properties, where basically you can come and just interact with the company, and the bot is answering you with properties just around your area. So you need to just specify where you are by just clicking the button on the messenger, and then it tells you it tells the bot where you are. The bot can tell you properties around there. It's really exciting. And then another one from Nigeria, it's called Jet Setter. So basically, what that does
I know Jet Setter.
Okay, so it connects. Maybe you do.
Maybe yes.
So what that does for the people who use them, the users, is it connects private travelers with helicopter and jet shuttle providers.
Ooh,
so it's like so you want to fly, you want to go from here to somewhere else. That's not maybe a base. It's not a normal route. You can hail a jet. You can hail a chopper. Imagine,
this is the life I want to live. You understand? I want to hail a jet.
Exactly. So it's at very competitive rates, because of course you're putting them all in one space. So
so it's kind of like an Uber for jets.
Thank you.
Talk about the great. I don't even leveler. That's what it is.
Exactly.
That is amazing. Now, one thing which I read, and this is coming back home, I read about recently, is that the Lagos state government is establishing a DNA forensic lab in the States.
Yes.
This is amazing news.
Absolutely amazing. I saw it and I was like, whoa. Finally. This comes to us CSI, and we're watching, it's going to happen here.
Exactly.
Yes.
Well, you know, especially, I was reading in the news earlier that there was this man in the US who was released after, I think, about 50 years or so because of DNA, you know, evidence. And I'm just thinking of the number of people in our prisons who finally we can properly track down, you know, criminals. We can actually properly administer justice.
Yes, it's really exciting for me, really, because aside administering justice, we can for once have a database that holds, because if you think about it, DNA is your biometric too. So really something that's going to help the legal system investigate crime, even find and solve very complex crimes that ordinarily would not have been able to, have been able to solve them. You'll be able to identify, say, cops of your loved ones if they were in a plane crash and you could not recognize them because they've been burned to ashes and all of that. So it's exciting. But even what's more exciting for me is if these government bodies can come together and the databases can interact and basically interoperate in such a way that they talk to each other, because databases are as strong as their links. So if we have a lot about what INEC has done, we have what the GSM companies have done, we have what BVN, the banks are doing. So if you put all of that together, it makes more sense. So it gives context, it gives more information about every piece of DNA that's collected and when investigation takes place. So that's exactly what I'm looking out for. I want the database. I want policies also for privacy. Obviously. What are the policies backing how you collect the DNA, how long you store it, and all of that. I want to see all of that kind of structure coming into place. But it's exciting new news.
So I like what you've said, because I actually didn't even also think about that we not only need this database, but we also need the right structure, the right policies to ensure that it's not abused and that it actually maximizes what it's supposed to do. Thank you so much, Confidence, for coming on. I'm very excited about a lot of the things you talked about, because they are real solutions for everyday people.
Tell me about it.
Sometimes technology seems like it's this big thing, very abstract, but these are real solutions. And guys, honestly, check her out, read her stuff. Look forward to my article on her blog. Yes. We're going to take a quick break now. We'll be right back.